Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. So, as we all know, David and Jenelle, they are officially divorced. And not too long ago, they had to meet up and mediate between splitting their assets. They had to figure out who was going to get what. And while we've already went over that, like we've already gone over a video to say, okay, David's getting the wedding ring, Janelle's getting the house, the land. They actually put out an article that breaks things down as to like who gets what and the value of what they're getting. And it also explains that that is why Jenelle Evans has to pay David Eason $30,000, actually a little bit over $30,000. So let's get into it, you guys. And I do apologize. The past few days I've been starting late, if I even get here, and it's just been so busy, so busy, so busy, so busy. So we are going to we're gonna read this article. It breaks it all down because when this happened the other day, when the article came out explaining like Jenelle gets this, David gets that, she has to pay him over $30,000, and this is not alimony or anything like that. I thought the reason why was to I figured, and I said this, that Jenelle, the value that she's walking away with must be more than what he's walking away with. And that's why she has to pay him. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I really don't understand why she kept some of the things that she kept, because she could have made this easier on herself to say, give him the house and the land. I don't live there. The value of it is like the value of the house and the land itself is really what put her over the limit to where she ended up owing David. But and it's not even paid off. The property's not the house and the land is not even paid off. So if she would have said, okay, you take the house and the land, I'm keeping my BMW, I'm keeping the wedding ring, then he potentially could have owed her money. She don't even live at the house. It's not paid off. So now she has to continue making the payments on the house as well as pay him, and she doesn't even live there. Now, I will say, I heard through the grapevine, the rumor has it that it was literally like a tit for tat while doing this, that things were done out of spite, that Jenelle was not really being rational with her thinking to say, no, I really want to keep this, so I'm going to keep that. She was keeping things knowing that, like, I think this is what David wants, so I'm going to keep it. That's what I heard, okay? And yes, I mean, the house has mold, like sinky. There's all kind of issues with the house. So I'm blown away. I mean, once again, it just goes to show you that Jenelle doesn't make the smartest decisions at time. Now, there was a decision that Jenelle made after this that I agree with, and I don't agree with Jenelle much, and I don't understand her decision making process at times. But I will tell you this: she's posting clickbait articles about this. Like, she posted a clickbait article about how she has to pay David over 30,000, and I'm like, that's the only one that I do agree with that. Okay, if I got to pay somebody $30,000, I might as well sell the story to make money off of it. So that's the only thing that I agree with her concerning everything. All right, so let's get into it. The Ashley's Reality Roundup put up this article, and it says that Jenelle Evans to pay her ex, David Eason, over $30,000 in monthly installments in their divorce settlement. And she is also taking on the couple's $40,000 tax debt. I honestly, when I covered this, I made a post on Facebook, and I said, I think David, made out better. And there were people saying, no, he didn't, because the things that he got, he there's payments on them, like the BMW, and I'm like, I don't know if the BMW, if there is payments on it. I think it's like an older model. I don't think it's like a very new. I think it's a 2017 or 2019 BMW. I can't remember. But the dirt bikes, surely with the money she was making, they weren't buying dirt bikes. And I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if I made the money that Jenelle made, if I was going to buy a dirt bike, I would just save up enough money to buy it outright rather than having monthly payments if I made the type of money she made. So I think she did better. There's also an article that the Ashley put up right before I started this live where Jenelle speaks out about, prenups and warning people, please don't make the same mistake that I made. If you marry someone, get a prenup. All right. So let's read. All right. So the Ashley recently released details from the Fire Team Mom Stars divorce settlement with ex David Eason, revealing who got what in the couple's court battle for their marital assets, including their North Carolina home on the land. Now the Ashley can reveal even more details regarding the financial decisions made during the couple's mediation session earlier this month. The judge officially signed off on the couple's mediation agreement on August 10th. Jenelle was awarded the house and the land. Jenelle was awarded the house and the land that the house sits on, while David received several parcels of surrounding land that was purchased by the couple also. So Jenelle got the land, the house and the land, the house sits on, right? David got the land that his shop sits on. Jenelle got the land that her she shed sits on. So and David also got like a part of property down the road. So my thing is like, okay, you drive down their driveway. Over here, David owns this. Over here, David owns this. Over there, Jenelle owns that. Over there, Jenelle owns that. Over here, David owns that. I'm just like, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Now, Jenelle and Tori went to North Carolina recently, right after all this took place, right? And Jenelle made a video where her and Tori got on a four-wheeler and was like cutting donuts. What I heard, and listen, this is just what I heard between us, don't go tell nobody, was that the land that she was cutting those donuts on was David's land. I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked because after they went to mediation with all of this and they decided on who gets what, Jenelle made a post. Someone was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you gave David all that stuff, whatever. And she was like, oh, it's fine. He's going to be shocked when he shows up to get all his stuff. And then her friend Ryan Dolph responded like, oh, they're going to whatever when they see what we did. They're going to lose it when they see what we did. Which makes me wonder, what? Like, they're going to lose it when they see what we did. And he's going to freak out when he shows up to get his stuff. Did you damage his stuff? Did you, like, and if you did and you put that on social media, you are an idiot. If you did anything to the stuff that the judge awarded him or that you agreed he could have and the judge signed off on it, if you damaged any of that, that is the dumbest thing you could have done. And then you tweeted about it, if that's what you did. But what else was she mean by that? Like, what else was she mean by like, oh yeah, he's gonna lose it when he shows up to get everything and he sees it. And then Ryan Dolph saying, oh yeah, they're for sure gonna freak out when they see what we did. What else does that mean? I don't know. But she reportedly did the donuts on his property. Reportedly. Okay. The Ashley can reveal that Jenelle has been assigned to take on the couple's giant tax lien. That is a little bit over $40,000. Sorry, reading the comments real quick. Okay. Now, according to court paperwork, Jenelle is now solely responsible for paying off the tax lien and debt that she and David owe to the North Carolina Department of Revenue, which currently sits at 40 grand. Jenelle is also responsible for paying what's left on the mortgage for the land, which is $138,920. The house and the land awarded to Jenelle is valued at $388,000. Well, the plots of land given to David are estimated to be worth 95,000. David was awarded the bulk majority of the couple's stuff, i.e., vehicles, electric toys, tools, etc., bringing the value of assets that he received to just under $200,000. Janelle's sharing, including the value of the home amounted to just over $439,000. Okay, Janelle's share amounted to 439,000, while his was 200,000. So she, at this point, where we're at right now in the article, she has over $230,000 worth of value walking away with at this point. So thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. I know, right, Amanda? Because Janelle's share is larger than David's, she is also now required to make monthly payments to him. That cash is to equalize the division to 50-50. North Carolina is not a 50-50 state in regards to divorce asset distribution. Instead, it follows a principle of equitable distribution, which means the judge can award an unequal distribution of marital assets if deemed fair. Janelle and David settled via mediation, though. The Ashley can reveal that Janelle now owes David $33,450.52 in cash, with the payments being sent to David's lawyer each month until it's paid up. The court documents state, wife shall pay to husband a distributional payment in the amount of $33,450.52. Wife shall pay husband within 7 months of the execution of this consent order. Beginning August 1st, 2025, wife shall pay a monthly installment of no less than $4,778.65. So she's literally going to be paying David almost $5,000 a month for the next 7 months. Janelle's payments are to be sent to the office of David's lawyer, so it does not appear that they will have to interact to exchange the funds. Another interesting thing to note is that David was awarded the bulk majority of the gun collection that they have. However, Janelle has an active restraining order against him, so he's not supposed to have firearms. So he was ordered to give up all his ammo for the guns. It says ammunition for all the pew-pews awarded to husband and the consent order to be surrendered to the Columbus County Sheriff's Office. Okay, so there's that. And like I said, I just feel like she's not living in the house in North Carolina. She has said, I will never live there again. Don't like the house, bad memories. So why not just say, David, you can have it? If he would have taken it, then she probably wouldn't have owed him any money. But like I said, Janelle does not always make the smartest decisions. And I don't know if this was like out of, I heard that it was like out of spite. That's what I heard. All right, so here's this article now. Yeah, he could go buy more, I guess. Get off there. Whoops. Teen Mom star Jenelle Evans warns against getting married without a prenup after she has to pay her ex David Eason more than $33,000. Learn from my mistakes. Girl, you don't even learn from your mistakes. Right after you and David split, you went and bought a Range Rover for your boyfriend. You don't even learn from your own mistakes. But don't worry, somebody surely will. Might not be you. It's not going to be you, but somebody. So it says here, if you're considering walking down the aisle of your swampy backyard to marry your fifth soulmate and you haven't protected your assets, Janelle Evans advises you to think twice. The fired Teen Mom star is kicking herself for not forcing her ex-husband David Eason to sign a prenuptial agreement before their 2017 wedding. In a new interview to Us Weekly, the former Mrs. Eason tells fans not to do what she did. So we're not going to go over all this because we just did. Okay, so despite the punch in her pocketbook, Jenelle seems to be maintaining a good attitude. Even though I left with some debt, I hope everyone can learn from my mistakes and life lessons once again. I'm happy to close this chapter for good. When discussing the financial hit she took as a result of her split from David, Janelle stressed to Us Weekly on Tuesday that a prenuptial agreement, which she and David did not have, would have been very beneficial to her. You don't say. Unfortunately, North Carolina, it says here, this is so wild, is a 50-50 state. And even though I paid for, okay, this is, never mind. I was going to say the Ashley just said they're not a 50-50 state. And now she's saying they are, but that's because Janelle is quoting this. Janelle says, unfortunately, North Carolina is a 50-50 state. And even though I paid for the majority of our assets, they had to be divided regardless. So the Ashley just said in the last article, they're not a 50-50 state, but the judge can divide them up equally, unequally if he wants. But in this case, they were trying to get it to as equal as possible, I guess. She says, I don't think a lot of people put that into perspective when getting married, and they definitely should. Prenups should be more accepted into society, in my opinion. Janelle also took the liberty of handing out some advice on social media last month, immediately after she and David settled their divorce. Now I can breathe, she wrote. Went through our assets and came to a settlement. Ladies, please don't ever put anything in anyone else's name but your own. The battle is over. Janelle has been making big bucks from appearing on Teen Mom 2 for years before she met David. Still, when she was preparing to say I do to the employment challenge raking enthusiast, she insisted on social media that she didn't need to get a prenup. Fans found this decision somewhat surprising at the time, given that just a few years earlier, Janelle had barely skated by without having to pay her first husband, Cortland Rogers, anything in their divorce, despite them also not having a prenup. Okay, and then it goes into, her soulmates. Janelle and Cortland were married December 2012. Their union, which came after only a few blank filled moments together, happened at the courthouse right before Cortland had a court hearing. Wow. It's rumored they got hitched so that Janelle wouldn't be forced to testify against him thanks to spousal testimonial privilege. I don't even remember that. Wow. I didn't even remember that's why she married him, or I don't even know if I've ever heard that rumor. Their marriage went belly up soon afterwards, following several breakups, arrests, and an on-air abortion. The couple was granted a divorce in 2014, and luckily for Janelle, the judge denied Cortland's request for money or rights to any of Janelle's assets. Or you already did this one time. You already did this one time. Oh, and here's her little clickbait article, which is not clickbait because it's legitimate. She really does have to pay him 30 grand. Over 30. But I just think it's funny that she's selling that. She's selling the story so she can make money off of it. Despite having settled their division of assets and divorce, David and Janelle are still scheduled to battle it out in October over custody and child support of their daughter Inslee. So a couple of things. She did on her Facebook. She's got to make that money to pay David. So she is using the story as a way to make money. Can't say I blame her. That's the only thing I'm like, I feel you there. Yes, I get that. Because so right here, anybody that clicks on this link, she makes money for that. Which I don't blame her. I don't blame her. So yeah, you guys, that's what it is. That's the reason she has to pay David so much money. And I'm just like, girl, you took on their tax debt. You took on, the rest of what you guys owe on the land, the house. Why? Did her lawyer advise her to do this? I don't know. Oh my goodness, B says, don't cancel me, but I'd love for Elle to interview David. I've always said, like, I'll interview anybody, even if I don't like them, even if I've been very vocal about not liking them on here. I will be down to interview anybody. So I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't know if he would ever do it because he probably doesn't like me. True story, Jay. Might throw you a prank. Anyways, you guys, so yeah. I'm for the life of me, I'm like, keep your ring. Because you could pawn it and get money off of it, Jenelle. Nope, she gave him the ring. Keep some of the, the ATVs. Keep your BMW. Give him the house. Give him the house and all the land. Give it. You have a house in Vegas. You say you don't plan to come back. Give it. And then you literally wouldn't even owe him anything. But now you're stuck still paying a mortgage in North Carolina and a rent in Vegas. You owe the tax debt. Like, girl, what? But like I said, it was sad that Jenelle was being spiteful and was like purposely trying to keep things that she knew that he might want. So, well, look where that got her. But yeah, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I would definitely try to get an interview with him, but I don't know if he would. I also have a new video out over on Fatal Files with Elle. Well, I don't. My husband Sean does. He's been trying to help me, you guys. Sean's been trying to help me pick up the slack. It's been a lot of slack lately because we've had so much going on. But yeah, so over on Fatal Files with Elle, Sean actually came across this story and was like, I really want to do a story about this. It's called The Devil's Den Murders, where a man and a wife, they went out to Devil's Den and they had their children with them. They had their children and they were attacked. And the woman was attacked. The husband starts fighting the man off, and the woman gets the kids and takes them to safety and goes back to help her husband. And they were both unalived. And the two children like walked the rest of the way down the mountain or whatever and found someone and told them like our parents something's wrong. And there was a search to find out who did it, and they found him, they arrested him. But that's what the Devil Den Murders is about. You guys, please go check it out. Support my other channel. Support Sean. He put a lot of time and effort into this. Did you see the story about Amber and her weird boyfriend or something? I did see that. I did. So I heard about the guy that she was talking to with the voyeurism charges. If I'm saying that right, I feel like I'm not. And then I saw where she was on a live with a guy and they were singing and having a good time. He didn't have no shirt on. And I saw where people were saying that was that guy, that it was the guy that had been arrested for secretly filming women while they do the do, unbeknownst to them. Well, Amber was just on a live while ago, and people was telling her that. They were like, hey, do you know when you and your friend were on the live the other day singing, people's writing stories about that. Amber couldn't seem to figure out what they meant. So I messaged her on TikTok and I said, they're saying the guy that you were live with is the guy that got arrested for X, Y, and Z. Because I was like, I want to hear what she has to say. To me, it didn't even look like the same guy. I'm going to be honest. Oh, I got something in my eye. It didn't even look like the same guy to me. That's why I didn't post it, because I was like, I don't even know if that's the same guy. I mean, the guy that she was on the live with looked a good bit different. So yeah, I didn't post anything about it. And from what the way that she talked, I don't know, she seemed confused. She was like, when I found out about him, you guys heard my response. Like, I was disgusted. I contacted the police, but it was like she couldn't put it together that they were saying, yeah, we found that out about your ex. You called him out, but then a few days later, you're on a live and everybody's saying it's with that guy. She couldn't seem to put that together. But I did message her. Let me see if she messaged back. Let me see. Where's the X button? Nope. She hasn't messaged back, which I mean, she might not, but because we both follow each other, we can both message each other. Is it the ex-cop boyfriend or not? If so, she's really, really dumb because of the way she reacted to Mr. Exactly. It didn't look like him to me. I was like, I mean, I know Amber makes bad decisions, but surely she would not allow that info to be exposed and then jump back on a live and be hanging out with him and go live and show everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like that wouldn't happen. Surely not. I don't know. Yeah, she's my BFF. She's actually gonna come over this weekend for a sleepover. So she's gonna bring her couch too. Sean actually, that's one thing that Sean has to do tomorrow. He has to we have some stuff on our trailer. He has to get the trailer all cleared off. That way he can go bring Amber's couch over when she comes over for her sleepover because, she really wants her couch. And I get it. I mean, I get it. Her and that couch have a bond that goes back for years. We're going to braid each other's hair. We're going to tell stories about our ex boyfriends. And I'm going to tell her what it's like to be, a present mom and, maybe try to teach her some things. I don't know. So, yeah, BFFs like that. You need an interview with John and Colin. Oh, I so would. I so would interview them. Yeah, I don't know if it was that guy though. That's what I'm saying. I didn't repeat the post because I was like, that don't even look like the guy to me. So I'm not, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find the post to show you. I don't even remember who posted it, but maybe I can find somebody. All right, here it is. Okay, so this is the guy that was arrested on the left. This is the guy on the right that she had on the live with her. And several people, so I'm not trying to nitpick at Team on Reality. I like that page. Talk to that page behind the scenes. We're cool. So I'm not trying to say they're putting up fake info. I'm not saying that. But it's because several outlets posted this. Yikes. Amber Portwood is really stooping low with this one. While on TikTok Live, Amber was showing off the man she was with, and fans noticed he is the dirty cop that Amber accused of voyeurism a couple of weeks ago. What are your thoughts? But I'm like, I don't think it's the same person. Am I tripping? I mean, I could be wrong. It may be. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness, Heather. You know what? Listen, I'm terrified of water. When we go places, I really don't even get in the water. I actually did get in the get in the water when we went on our vacation, but it was the first time. But I'm not big with that. And to our life is just I'm gonna be honest with you guys, our life is in shambles due to some issues that we have going on with a family member. And there's no way I could leave right now. I'm literally day by day. I am literally day by day in it. When I tell you guys every day, it's another just there's no way that I could. But I think some of my followers may be trying to go. So, um, Care Bear says it's the same guy. Look at the noses. I don't know. Because the guy on the right, his nose looks more arched in the middle. Look at this guy. To me, and this is just me. His nose looks way more arched. Okay, look at his nostrils. His nostrils pull back a little bit. See right here on the right, the one on the right, his nostrils pull back a little bit. His in this mugshot, they do not. They stay down, stay downward. Here's it pulls back. So to me, it looks different. Good night, B. To me, the noses don't look the same, but even the space in between their eyes, like, see the bridge of his nose, like, going up, his nose is, like, up, it's high, like, the bridge of his nose is kinda high, his is flat. To me, doesn't look like, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Dash says, "I agree. As someone with an anthro degree, I can tell you these aren't the same men." Yeah, and so here's the thing, is this is a recent mugshot. The guy on the left, this is a recent mugshot. It's a recent mugshot. So it's not even like this is a mugshot from 5 years ago. No, this is a recent mugshot. So, I mean, he's changed a lot. It's just my opinion. I don't think that it's him, but I think other people do. So I was waiting for Amber to say, "What? That's not even the same guy," But it was like she didn't even understand what people were trying to tell her. So, but I did message her because I want to know. This is what they're saying. They're saying that the guy that you had on the live is the ex cop. And I wanted her to say, "Oh, well, we're still friends." Which I will tell you this. I will tell you this. She said, when I found out about what he did, I have not seen him since. She did say that. She said, "I have not seen that guy since I found out, and I contacted my police department, and they said it was out of their jurisdiction." So the live was after. But listen, just because Amber says she hasn't seen him since, I mean, she also said she didn't drink at Leah's birthday dinner. She also said she wasn't late to Leah's birthday dinner. So, two different men. One looks drunk, the other looks deranged. Oh my God. The kids went back to school today. Ours went back yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think, I mean, surely she wouldn't have him on a live after everybody found out about that. I wouldn't assume, but who knows? Okay, look at my nose. Look at me head on. I'm gonna see if this maybe because I don't know. If you look at me head on like in a mugshot, he's kind of got his head tilted down a little bit. Look at my nostrils. Now look at me like this. His looks literally pulled back like that. Like he's like this. I think he even has his head tilted down a little bit, and it literally looks like his nostrils like the one on the side. Like I don't know, I can't do it because my nostrils aren't changing from when I'm forward to this. They're not changing the shape. Like they're still you can still tell they're downward, like they look down. My nostrils look down unless I'm looking up, and then you guys can see slam up to my brain, right? But he has his head tilted just a little bit. So my nostrils are looking down and his nostrils are looking down. Even if I tilt to the side and look up a little bit, my nostrils are still pointing down. So even though it's a different angle, literally, okay, honestly, look at his nose right here on the right. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Look at the side of his nostrils. Okay, let's go on the left nostril of the guy that we know is him. He's got a full like a full side nostril. This guy has a more tiny nostril. It's very slim and it's like this. It's very slim and it's like this. Whereas the other guy, he's got a full nostril. The other guy just has like a very slim one. So that's just me looking at it. That's just me. I know, right? I wish that they had a picture of him like head on. I don't think it's him, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Definitely wouldn't be the first time. So, but you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. You got to check out that story. Sean may be interested in the best way his mom did it. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yes, good way to tell by the ears too. That is true. And I can't really see. I mean, I can only see one ear on each side, but not well enough to really be able to judge. Left seems to have an attached lobe. Yeah, it is. You know what? Let's see. What was his name? I don't even remember. Ex-cop arrested in Indiana. Where? Let me see if I can find it. I know it's like something Decker. Shane Decker. All right, let's do something. Let's see if we can find like a picture of his ears, maybe. All right, here's another picture of him. I can't see the ears that good. She's talking about me on TikTok? Well, let's all run over there, you guys. Leave your thoughts, like, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, everyone. Oh, hit that thumbs up button. Go check out my video over on Fatal Files. The Sean worked his butt off. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Have you seen it?